Hello my planner pals and welcome back, and if you're new here then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. My name is Di, I am here at Creative Karma Design. Today we're going to talk about the Cricut challenge that never happened but is back. So earlier this year I mentioned in my goals video that my plan for me was that I was going to challenge myself to do something with my Cricut that was different each month. That is my plan for 2025. Each month I will try something different, because I have all these Cricut things and I need to get Cricuting. I asked you if you were down to be in this with me, hold me accountable, and we could be in this together. There were so many of you that were like, heck yes, I'm the same Di. I have this Cricut and I barely use it, or I just use it for cutting stickers. So I'm just like, okay, great. And then January happened with all of the weather and none of the power. And so it just, the first 3 weeks, we're just gonna write them off. We're writing them off, we're moving forward. Last Monday, I carved out time for myself and I did some Cricut things. Because my challenge for January was sticker paper. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to have a look at what I've done for January, and then we're going to talk about the challenge for February. You can choose to just do the sticker paper and copy what I've done. You could do some different things, and then you can join in with February and I share a couple of ideas of what I'm going to do. That's the plan. All right, so let's go over what I have done with my Cricut for January. Like I said, I couldn't use it for the first pretty much 3 weeks. Because of all the power cuts, the winds, being sick, blah, blah, blah. So this is what I have created. So the first thing that I did was I cut all of these florals using my Cricut for my spread for the week of the 27th. That was this week. I managed to get these done in the few days that we had power. I was like, quickly, let's get them done. So print and cut your planner stickers. That is the first thing that I did. The second thing that I did was last Monday, I did a little hour's worth of stuff and I made these. These are return address labels. So these are for my PO box. So if anybody sends me something and I send them a thank you card, I've got some return address labels. I made these in Canva. You can probably do it in Cricut as well, but I just did it in Canva. These boxes are 2.5 inches wide by 3/4 of an inch tall. And then I just put a little icon, like a little planner icon. And then these are little scrapbooks, journals, calendars, and stuff like that. Super easy to do. This would be a great project to do seasonally. So for summer, for Christmas, you could definitely do your own, or whatever project that you have, holidays, whatever it is, you could just do your own. Very easy to do. This is the fourth project that I did, and now it just looks like sticker paper. At least it does on my screen. But can you see that these are numbers? My plan for these is, because they're white, if I'm doing my project life and I want week 2 or week 22 or week 27, whatever it is, then I can put these on my patterned paper and that is my week number. The other thing I'm thinking is if I have like story number 2, story number 3, story number whatever, and I can have those there. So, or I can just put more photos. So yeah, I just cut myself some of those. I did this during December Daily as well, and it's a great way to get your own white stickers. This would also work well if you were doing a blackout spread and you just wanted white to go with your blackout spread. But this doesn't have to be white. I can just take my pens and color that in, just put it onto like wax paper, color it in, and then put it on my project. So I'm just thinking about that as well. I'm thinking about how I can do that. Now, the other thing that I could have done is I could have painted the sticker sheet beforehand and then cut it out afterwards. That's something that I'm thinking about. If you have a jelly plate, and that's something that I want to get into probably later on this year. If you had a jelly plate and you did jelly plate printing, then you could just do that with your sticker paper and then you've got a fun design. But I could have just used acrylic paints on here, watercolor paints. I could have just used paints and then cut them out afterwards. The other thing I was thinking that I could do is just do a line inside. So I could use my, my felt markers and just either color in or do a design on it or something. So yeah. I've got 2 sheets of those, and then I've got some words here where it just says week, because I'm thinking more project life. All right, I think we're on project number 4. I'm calling these my project life circles, but the same applies with this sheet as well that I've done as well. So these are just circles. So if you can't find these, which are the 3/4 inch circles, these are available mostly in stationery stores. Sometimes they have them in Dollar Tree, but they just help if you have like a circle like this that you want to use and you want to put a little circle over the top of it. Well, you don't have to go out and buy them. If you have sticker paper, you can create your own. So on this, I've got 2-inch circles and 3/4 inch circles. Those are 3/4 inch. You can do inches, you can do 1.5 inch. You could just do a sheet of multi-size ones. And I have these for Project Life because, again, what I like to do sometimes is put a big circle on my little journal cards and then put the number in there, and then week number or the date or whatever, or I just put another embellishment in there. But they just provide a nice background. So I've got those, and I did those, which made me then think of my 5th project on a similar vein. I say this all the time. If you have a sticker book and you don't like the sticker in the sticker book, so let's say I have this purple sticker and I don't like the sticker that's in there, and I always say, all you got to do is put a piece of sticker paper in there. Well, if you had some ahead of time that you could put in, then you'd be golden. These are 1.25 by 2.25, so they're 1/4 inch smaller than these. And all I have to do now, if I want to do that, is just take them off here, put them in. I did the same for the squares, same for the rectangle ones, and I've done a couple of monthlies because it's the monthly ones that bug me more than anything when they're solid, because then I can't bloody use them. Now, the other thing that I did as part of this was I did a prototype of something that I'm working on, which is monthly flip boxes. If you have an Etsy store, do not steal my idea. I need to make sure that this works before I put it in my Etsy store. You know the ones I'm talking about, where one of these little flip boxes. So if I had one of those that was already sticker paper and was already ready to go, and all I had to do was take it off the page and stick it down, heck yeah. If it was the right shape and all of that, perfect. So that's what I'm working on right now, and I need to check that they work. So I've got like 5 different prototypes on here. So that was everything that I made on my Cricut for January. All right, so let's talk about February, shall we? Now, I know some of you are going to be playing catch up because I couldn't do a video about this earlier than right now because disaster weather. But you can either choose to join in and try some of the projects that I've just shown you, or just jump in February. You can just jump in February. You can just play with sticker paper and the February, what I'm calling my personal challenge. And my personal challenge for February is to use my damn Cricut pens. Never have I ever used a Cricut pen in my Cricut machine. And I heard, and I need to check whether this is right, and if you know, and if you're experienced at Cricut penning, for lack of a better word, I heard that the Crayola Super Tips work perfectly in the Cricut as well. So I just want to play with my Cricut pens. That is my plan. So my plan right now is that I'm going to write in my cards, like write a sentiment in my cards. I'm going to make some quote cards for Project Life. I'm going to do some labels for my filing cabinets and see whatever else I can come up with. I want to use my Cricut pens. That is my self-project for February, using my Cricut pens. If you're in for the Cricut challenge to use pens in February, then drop me a comment down below with pens or a pen emoji, and let me know what kind of projects that you're thinking about doing, because I have never used the pens in my Cricut before, so this should be interesting. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next time, my planner pals. Bye!